Hey, good morning, everybody. Just jumping in right here to December corn. Obviously, from the report yesterday, the action was interesting for sure. I mean, I didn't think the information was friendly for corn by any stance, but yet, wheat and soybeans kind of drove everything, and corn followed along to some extent. As you can see, I mean, we were up, but it didn't really ever get above any of these levels that I mentioned as resistance. You did poke above the 5-day, but you couldn't get above the trend line yesterday. Action that was kind of odd considering the information, but also action that didn't really get above or close above any resistance levels that were mentioned. So getting some negative follow through in the overnight. Right now, December corn is down 4.25 at 480. And again, last night tried to get up above the 5-day, couldn't do it. Haven't done anything really to the negative side yet either. That was done, the day before the report. So just jumping into support and resistance here. Support is going to be yesterday's low of 478.75. You break below that, you're going to be jumping down to the 50-day pretty quickly, I would say, which is around 475 and 5/8. You have some different levels of support here, but if this does decide to get negative, I mean, first off, you're going to look at getting back into this action from over in this time frame towards the end of last year into the beginning of this year, which the middle of that's somewhere in that 460 range for December corn. But again, I think that ultimately you look back in history, you're going to want to try to take this down, or the market's going to want to try to take this down below the crop insurance price again. And if this does turn into, continue this negative trend here for the short term, I would guess it lasts into April at least, if not May, just from a historical standpoint. And then you're going to jump into the summertime where you're going to hope that you can get some rallies in the summer, which we haven't seen for the last couple of years. I would bet we would, just because of historicals. But that's the one thing you have to be worried about as you move into this time frame. But certainly a downtrend in April or May would make a lot of sense. Resistance, again, the trend line, yesterday's high, 488.25, but mainly, as you can see, we're bumping off the 5 and 10 day, so around 484 and 7/8 for the 5-day and 486.25 today for the 10-day. Soybeans, a little bit different action here. Haven't done anything too negative. Had a nice bar yesterday, closed near the high. Today we're sitting at 1153, down 4.5. But really, again, with that information yesterday, we haven't done anything to the negative side. So support right now is the 5 and 10 day, 5-day at 1150 and 7/8, 10-day at 1148.5. Resistance will be yesterday's swing high. That was a nice swing high up to 1164. So that's the area to watch. You get above that, you are going to re-challenge these highs. Nice action yesterday for soybeans. Nothing negative. It's a really nice bar to judge things off of now. So the low there is 1140. You go below that, we're going to resume the downtrend. High of 1164. You go above that, we're going to challenge the highs that we saw back in March. So certainly nothing negative here, and that information was friendly other than the overall stocks going up. So that's what you're going to need to watch, is which one of those things do they decide to focus on. So that's the info today. Nothing too crazy yesterday in the report. Obviously the acres were big for corn, but I think people, the trade somewhat expected that just based off of the action that we saw. So we will see what the follow through is like as people have had time to digest the information. But we'll check the price action and get back to you. Thanks. Bye.